Welcome to the In English Coffee Office. Today is Monday, June 23. And like every morning, David and Alex are at the coffee machine.
Hey Alex, how's it going? Just grabbing your usual brew or switching things up today?
Hey David, I'm good. Sticking to the usual black coffee. How's your morning shaping up?
Oh, the sales hustle never stops. I'm just hoping this caffeine gives me the edge to close a deal or two today.
I hear ya. I've got a project review later, so I'm mentally mapping out my talking points over here.
Nice. Gotta stay sharp. Hey, speaking of staying sharp, did you catch that news on CNN about sustainable trade policies in Europe and Asia this week?
Yeah, I did. They're really pushing hard for greener supply chains while still trying to keep economic growth on track.
Exactly. But I'm wondering how that's going to play out for us. Some of my clients depend on cheap imports, and this could totally mess with their budgets.
That's a valid concern. It might force companies to rethink their sourcing strategies, maybe even go more local despite the higher costs.
Yeah, but higher costs mean tighter wallets, and that's bad news for my sales numbers. I might have to charm them into seeing the big picture, sustainability as a selling point.
Huh. Good luck spinning that one. But seriously, it could open doors to new markets if businesses adapt early.
True. I'll just have to get creative with my pitches. We'll see if I can turn eco-friendly into dollar signs.
That's the spirit. It's all about finding the right angle in this shifting landscape.
For sure. Hey, on a different note, did you see that CNN piece about the super fast 5G rollout in some countries? It's blowing up right now.
Oh yeah, I read about that. They're saying it's going to transform everything from remote work to real-time data sharing with almost no lag.
Man, that's nuts. Imagine doing client calls with zero buffering. None of that awkward "are you still there" nonsense.
Right. And for project management, it could mean instant updates across teams. But I'm curious if the global infrastructure can actually support this speed everywhere.
Yeah. Not every place is wired for that kind of tech yet. I just hope our office gets on board soon. My home Wi-Fi is like dial-up from the 90s.
Tell me about it. It's a huge leap forward, but only if access is rolled out fairly. Otherwise, it just widens the digital gap.
No doubt. I don't want to be stuck in the slow lane while others zoom ahead. Hey, maybe I can pitch 5G as a must-have to my tech clients. Make it sound like they're behind if they don't jump on it.
That's a clever angle. It's definitely a selling point for industries that rely on speed and connectivity.
Gotta find the win wherever I can. Speaking of staying connected, did you see that BBC story about social media becoming the main news source for tons of folks in the US? It's all over the place this week.
Yeah, I caught that. It's kind of crazy how platforms are overtaking traditional news for so many people's daily updates.
I'm not surprised, honestly. It's so much easier to scroll through quick bites of news while I'm sipping this coffee than to sit through a 30-minute broadcast.
Sure, the convenience is undeniable, but it makes me wonder how much of what we see is actually accurate with all the noise out there.
Oh, for real. Half the stuff I come across is just memes or random opinions. But hey, it keeps me in the loop without much effort, even if I gotta double-check the facts sometimes.
I get the appeal, but I still find myself going back to full articles for the bigger stories. There's something about getting the whole context that a short post just can't deliver.
Ha, you're such a deep diver. I'm cool with a headline and a hot take as long as it doesn't bore me to tears.
Fair enough. I guess it's about striking a balance. Quick updates for the small stuff, deeper reads when it really matters.
Yeah, balance is key. Like balancing this coffee cup so I don't spill it all over my shirt. Again.
Huh, been there. I'm almost done with mine, but I've got a mountain of emails waiting to ambush me.
Ugh. Don't remind me of the inbox nightmare. I've got back-to-back calls this afternoon, and I'm already dreading it.
Same here. Project deadlines don't care about coffee breaks. But these chats are a nice breather before diving back in.
Totally. Gotta keep these coffee ketchup's going to stay sane. Let's do it again tomorrow, yeah?
For sure, it's the best part of the morning routine. See you around, David.
Catch you later, Alex. Don't let the spreadsheets get the best of you.
I'll try not to. Take it easy on those sales calls.
Will do. Gotta charm my way to the top. Hey, before I forget, you got any weekend plans to unwind from all this office chaos?
Not much. Probably just catching up on some reading and maybe a walk if the weather holds. What about you?
Oh, I'm thinking of hitting up a buddy's barbecue if I can wrap up early on Friday. Gotta get some grill time in before the summer slips away.
Sounds fun. A little downtime with friends is always a good reset before another crazy week.
For sure. Gotta recharge the batteries. Hey, speaking of recharging, let's circle back to that trade policy thing. Do you think it'll hit small businesses harder than the big players?
Probably, yeah. Smaller companies don't have the resources to pivot as quickly when costs rise or regulations tighten.
That's what I'm worried about. I've got a few smaller clients who might freak out if their margins get squeezed even a little.
It's tough. But maybe there'll be some government support or incentives to ease the transition. At least I hope so.
Fingers crossed. Because I don't want to be the bearer of bad news on those calls. I'll have to spin it like, hey, going green is the new gold.
That's one way to frame it. If anyone can sell that idea, it's you.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. Now, about that 5G stuff, do you reckon it'll make remote work even more of a thing than it already is?
Definitely. With faster connections, there's less friction for teams spread across locations. It could redefine how we structure projects entirely.
Man, that'd be a game changer for me. I could pitch from anywhere without worrying about tech glitches making me look unprofessional.
True, but it also means expectations might ramp up. Clients could demand instant responses since the tech supports it.
Don't jinx it. I'm already on call 24/7 as it is. Don't need more pressure to be always on.
Fair point. It's a double-edged sword. Progress always comes with new challenges.
Ain't that the truth? And with social media as the news hub, I bet clients will expect me to know every trending story the second it drops.
Likely, yeah. It's becoming a cultural shift. Everyone's plugged into the same real-time feed, for better or worse.
Better for gossip, worse for my sanity. I'll just have to keep scrolling to stay ahead of the game.
Just don't get lost in the rabbit hole. There's only so much screen time a brain can handle.
Too late for that? I'm already doomed. But hey, I'll survive as long as I've got this coffee to keep me going.
Same here, though I'm about tapped out now. Guess it's time to face the music and tackle the day.
Yeah, let's roll. I've got numbers to crunch and deals to seal before the clock runs out.
And I've got timelines to manage. Let's catch up tomorrow for another round of coffee and chat.
You got it. It's a standing date. Keep your head up through the grind, Alex.
Will do, and good luck closing those deals, David. See you soon.
Later, Alex. Don't let the office chaos win today.
Time to get to work. Don't forget to subscribe and practice your English every day. You'll see how it just keeps getting better and better. See you tomorrow. Hope you have a fantastic day.